Hey guys, what's up? It's me again, your boy Gabe Kersey, coming at you with another new episode of The Gift of Gabe. Welcome, party peoples. Ready to talk about another fun night of Friday night action that we just had across WWE and AEW. Like I said, it was a fun Friday night full of action, advancing on some fun storylines, and all around some good stuff. Don't worry, we're about to go down with it all right here, right now. So get ready because the newest episode of The Gift of Gabe starts right now. So before we go into what happened on Friday Night SmackDown and Rampage tonight, just want to give you guys a little bit of an update. If you were expecting a video from this past Dynamite on Tuesday, I apologize for not getting it on here. Like the rest of you guys, I was shook up after that injury to Hangman Adam Page because, like we all figured, it looked scary, it looked bad. I mean, this man literally got stretchered out, and we all know that he is one of the best performers, and you could just read all the reports, he's one of the most genuinely nice human beings in the wrestling business right now. So the fact that that kind of injury was really scary for him. Honestly, I was with all you guys. I was just wanting to give all my prayers and time, just hoping that he was gonna be okay. And I figured if I even just did a video, it only would have been probably 2 or 3 minutes. Just wanted to just give prayers to Hangman because unfortunately, as great as the night was, that was the main talking point coming out of the show. But if you haven't heard already, you're hearing it right now. Hangman Adam Page is okay. He only suffered a concussion. Thank God. It could have been way worse. But he is okay. He's been alright for a couple of days. He's back at home with his loving wife and baby boy. He is doing good. He even had a little panini a couple days ago, which he described as really good. Take him at his word. But he is doing okay. So glad. Know you guys are too. Been seeing his whole run from the get-go, all his highs, all his lows, especially his AW World title victory. And I was really just scared, I know, as much as you guys were. But he is okay. No real timetable on his return because he has been put in concussion protocol. Honestly, all the right moves by AEW so far. Probably feel like it'll be at least another 2 months before we see him again. So as of the rest of 2022, probably won't see him again. But 2023 will probably January-ish. That is when I think we will see the return of Hangman Adam Page. But overall, he is okay. But I also cannot wait to see him back, giving great moments like he has done before in the past here in AEW. Really glad that he is okay. Alright guys, now for SmackDown. So, show kicked off with Sheamus versus Solo Sikoa. Was really looking forward to that because if you've been reading reports and paying attention, then some people are really like, hey, maybe this is the beginning of Survivor Series War Game storyline. Because some people are already making predictions about who the Bloodline could face. A lot of people have the Brawling Brutes being in it. I would love to see that. But it all started tonight. Match was okay, but story comes after the match as Sami and the Usos, all the rest of the Bloodline just beat down, and I mean beat down, Sheamus. Took him out for probably at least a couple weeks, I'm guessing, until somewhat after Crown Jewel, because I think it's actually going to happen, guys. I think the Brawling Brutes are going to be in a War Games feud with the Bloodline. That sounds so exciting. The possibilities, some people have Tyler Bate going up against them, and then maybe even Drew McIntyre, because he's probably going to finish up his stuff. But overall, cannot wait for Survivor Series War Games, because it looks like the seeds were planted tonight for that. It was so good, and I'm really looking forward to it. But honestly, even during our freaking beatdown, where all four are supposed to be chilling, doing their thing, Jay and Sammy, they just can't be here. They can't be here. And I'm just so frustrated. It's literally ridiculous. After that, we pretty much just had Braun Strowman and Omos finally really going face to face in the ring. Since Braun's been back and it is now confirmed, Braun Strowman is going one-on-one with Omos at Crown Jewel. Like I said in the last video covering SmackDown, guys, really not too much interested in this match. Honestly, I've kind of just been not too that much into Omos since he split from the tag team with AJ. Like, look how much they've really had to try to give him stuff since he feuded with Bobby Lashley. Like, before Strowman came back, he was literally just fighting jobbers. I mean, he's still kind of doing that week to week now. So honestly, once this feud's over, like, he's really just not gonna have much like to be built off of. Like, while Strowman is a better big guy in my opinion, just look at his past history with world championships and just he can easily have the crowd more behind him than just be like a dominant like 7-foot giant who just comes in and like beats everybody up and blah blah this blah blah that. But like I said before, I'm not too overall interested in this feud. They'll fight. I think Strowman might win the first time around, or Omos might win. Honestly, we'll see where it goes. But honestly, like I said, I'm not too much liking it because I'm just like, Braun is clearly the superior big guy in this feud, even though Omos is taller. But I'm just like, whatever, dude. I feel like they should almost just like scrap it and maybe try something different with them, or I don't know. Anyway, if you guys like it, I know there's probably a bunch of you that do because it's like a colossal heavyweight titanic clash. So if you're into that, albeit to you, hope you enjoyed a Crown Jewel. But me personally, I'm just like, meh. Let's just do it, get it over with, and then, you know, that will be the end of it. After that, you guys, we have Rey Mysterio going one-on-one with Ludwig Kaiser of Imperium, as it was announced that Rey is going to go one-on-one with Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship in 2 weeks on the final SmackDown before Crown Jewel. Gotta be honest, I'm a little surprised that they're doing it like that, only because I assumed the match was going to be on Crown Jewel. Like, I'm pretty much, if I remember correctly, Rey Mysterio doesn't really have a problem going to Saudi Arabia because he's been there a couple times before. So I was like, okay, the Intercontinental title match will happen on the Saudi show. But instead it's happening on the final SmackDown before Crown Jewel, which I'm guessing is going to be taped since they're literally having Crown Jewel the very next day. So I'm assuming that's going to be taped, unless just like most of the stars that aren't going to be there, like on Crown Jewel, are just not going to be on that show. But that seems kind of more complicated. So I'm assuming that'll be a tape show. Honestly, though, it'll still be a fun little filler match. Like I said, I think Rey is just kind of being like meant to be preoccupied while Dominic does his own thing, and they'll eventually meet up at WrestleMania next year to finally get like the payoff of like the father son, you know, beat down that like people are kind of wanting like before Rey even went over to SmackDown. But yeah, honestly, I think Rey and Gunther would be pretty good. I know how you guys are reacting. I'm thinking the same thing. What's going to happen when Rey actually takes a shot from Gunther? Like, oh my god, like I feel like he's gonna like literally go set flying and like maybe lose like half of his freaking chest and just like flesh is gonna be all over the place. I have like no idea. It's gonna be a great match. It should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. It's only 2 weeks away. It should be pretty good. I'm going to try not to check the spoilers over when it comes out, if it ends up being taped, which I think it will be. But either way, whether you look at spoilers when they come out or not, I think it's going to be a great match for both guys. Don't see Rey winning. I've said that in the past. But, hey, anything can happen. It'd be a cool moment. So we'll just wait and see what happens. It'll be great. So look forward to that in 2 weeks. After that, the show concluded with the Logan Paul segment. Now, I know a lot of people are still not behind Logan Paul fighting Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship, but I believe I've said this in past videos. It's just a business decision. Like, it's something that's going to happen. It'll be over. So if you're still hating on it, just try not to, because all you're going to do is just exert way too much energy over a storyline that's literally going to be over after 2 weeks from this Saturday. Besides, Logan Paul has been pretty good in the only 2 matches he's been in, so like, he hasn't been like a terrible athlete, so I think it'll be pretty good. Plus, he's in the ring with Roman Reigns, so make sure the match is total garbage. Either way, Logan Paul came out, said like his usual stuff, one lucky shot, what happens if I actually win the Universal Championship, all that good stuff. And then, of course, Jay had to come out after Sami said, dude, Roman said we cannot go after him. But what does Jay do? Classic Jay, just doesn't want to listen to Sami, attacks him anyway. And then Sami literally had to calm down and say, dude, let's go, let's get out of the ring. And then all of a sudden, dude gets knocked out and knocked all on his ass. Oh, and great news, Roman's back next week. That's just fantastic. I wonder what he's gonna do. Oh, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna be so mad at Jay. He's probably gonna be mad at Sammy because he was able to keep Jay in freaking line, and it's just a disaster. Like, I keep saying, I'll say before I say it again, Jay and Sammy, they need to be here, but they're not here. They're all over the place, and it is ridiculous. I'm not looking forward to probably. Some of you are probably thinking that Jay's probably going to be the one that just get yelled at next week, which I do believe will happen, but Sammy can't keep getting away with this stuff for long. I feel like he's finally going to get like yelled at a little bit by Roman next week. So that's not going to be pretty. Seriously, but this is the story that we got to watch on the road to Survivor Series War Games, because those two are going to have to get on the same page in whatever form of team they end up fighting at War Games, because Reigns will not accept losing and the family being embarrassed even more than they freaking are. Thanks, Jay. What a disaster. But yeah, Roman's back next week. Not looking forward to it because Zayn and Jay are just gonna get totally yelled at. They need to get on the same page. I've said it before, I've said it again. I know you guys know it too. They just need to get on the same page so that this can actually be working. I swear, Jay is just so exhausting. Guys, it is now time to talk about Rampage. Show kicked off in a fun way with the Acclaimed. Literally just the first word out of the caster's mouth about how they literally won the ratings war on Tuesday automatically hooks you in. I was cracking up. I was dying. But other than that, really fun match. We knew how the match was going to go in this title defense. One, we knew they weren't going to lose their titles this early. They're probably going to have a really good run with them. Plus, we knew they were going to get their scissoring trademark match from, like, stupid, smart Mark Sterling. Glad he got kicked in the nuts. Stomping on his crotch all day, trying to stop the world from scissoring. How dare he? Anyway, it was a nice, fun match to kick off Rampage. Another great way for us to see that this is going to be a really fun tag title reign from the Acclaimed. Other than that, probably not like the most storyline-driven match, but FTR versus Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland is going to be happening on this upcoming Dynamite to determine who will be the next number one contenders. Honestly, think it might be Swerve and Our Glory only because I think they're trying to maybe save FTR from actually losing an AEW World title match, because FTR versus the Acclaimed, I feel like they'd be almost booking themselves into a corner where it'd be a little hard for themselves. But that's on Dynamite. Rampage was good for the Acclaimed. Really fun tag title defense. They got scissoring back, and that is what is important. Speaking of important, though, I like Hook, but like I want him to be doing something that actually like matters. Like good win over Ari. Keep saying Ari, wrong company, Ari Daivari, but I'm just like, he's kind of just like put in like the most random stuff, but it's kind of comes with the territory of being FTW champion. Ricky Starks ended up making it work, so I'm assuming and hoping Hook ends up doing it too. But I'm kind of just want him to like really have like an important feud and like do something where I'm like, dude, this is awesome. Like kind of like what he did with Danhausen. Every week I was like, dude, this is awesome, and I know you guys were loving it too. So I don't know. Felt like this was title defense was a little unnecessary, but like I feel like they're still trying to figure it out. I think they'll get there, and I think we'll see a lot of good stuff from Hook going forward. I think it'll be cool, so don't really have to worry about it. And going forward, I think we're going to, if this night proved anything, Orange Cassidy's All-Atlantic title matches and reign are just going to be fun. Even though the match totally happened with only 1 day's notice, it was a fun, nice triple threat. Orange Cassidy ends up retaining the title against Roosh and Preston 10 Vance of the Dark Order. It was nice. It was fun. He retains in the end. Not really sure who he's going to feud with next. I'm probably thinking at some point it's going to be Ethan Page, considering he literally said on TV, I want the All-Atlantic Championship when they were introducing themselves as the firm. But other than that, they'll probably give us another couple title defenses that would just be fun and exciting action on another Dynamite or Rampage. And hey, if you saw how this match was built, who knows when he'll defend the belt again next. Could be on this Dynamite, just be like, hey, I'm defending my belt again. awesome. But it's Orange Cassidy. We love him, and it's just going to be good stuff going forward in the future. So, tonight was another great start. First title defense. Can't wait to see more from Orange Cassidy. I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are too. It is once again time to say goodbye. But don't worry, we'll be back in just a couple days for another episode of Gift of Gabe after this episode of Monday Night Raw. But until then, remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see in this video, or if you have any sort of comment about it whatsoever. And until then, I will see you guys later. And don't ever forget, when it comes to talking wrestling, who better to gab with than Gabe. Alright, guys, I will see you after Raw this Monday. Deuces, Fuses.